Once the athlete is comfortable with the block and the slinging motion, and then you've introduced the release and the athlete starts to understand the release action of the discus, now it's time to introduce the power position. The power position in the shot put and the discus are going to be very similar. The athlete is going to get the majority of their weight over the drive leg, and they're going to have that toe instep relationship with their feet about shoulder width apart. The one difference between the shot and discus is the discus is going to be held high and away from the body, so that'll change a little bit of the dynamic. One of the differences between the power position and the shot put and the discus is the orbit. In the discus, the arm is held out away from the body, and there's an orbit from when the athlete starts into the power position. The discus will start at the high point, go to a low point, and then a high point, as we'll demonstrate in a moment. And so it's important to first make sure that you master the power position before proceeding on to teaching any of the hip drills. That'll be the next part of the teaching progression. So now let's demonstrate the power position for the discus. Okay, when teaching your athletes the power position in the discus throw, I have a cone so you can see the idea of what the hand is doing in the orbit. For the feet, the left foot would be in the middle of the ring, and the right foot will be at the instep right in front of the left. Now, what I'll do is I'll have the athlete step to approximately a little wider than shoulder width, and that'll be their base. And so the first step is just having them step back into the power position. Now, what you'll do is have the athletes turn the shoulders and set up in the power position where now they create separation between their lower body and upper body. And they should feel a little spring-like action or torque in the torso. So now what you'll do is you'll have the athlete take their left hand, put it over their right foot, and now their right hand will be held nice and high, and that's the high point of the discus. And so that'll be the power position of the discus. And then to get their foot positioning and weight properly, you'll give them the cue feet, which means they'll put their left heel on the ground and they'll be on the ball of the right foot. And this will be the power position. Now, as they go through the power position and execute the standing throw, the timing will be a little bit longer than the timing in the shot put. So actually the athletes will begin to open the free arm and the hips, and the discus will go to the low point, and notice how the free arm is at the middle of the body. And then when the athlete will actually throw from this power position, they'll bring the left arm into block, and then as the hips start to come forward, the arm will come out away from the body.